Hey everybody, I wanted to show you a little nifty item here that I picked up a while ago. It is a zip style, or at least that's what they're known by, is the zip gut hook. Basically, you put it in your fingers like this, and you put the hook part in the incision that you initially make in a deer or any type of other game, and you start from the bottom of the animal and go all the way up to the top of the breastplate or whatever, and it just zips right down. And this tool basically, I think any gut hook's really essential for skinning an animal, but this style right here, the actual hook and zip style with the razor blade, this actually has a razor blade in it. It's not just a regular knife blade. But anyway, this right here, I believe is an essential item, you need in your arsenal, especially if you're a hunter and you field dress the deer and all that stuff yourself. One tip though I do recommend, I usually hang the deer up myself before I field dress it because it makes it a lot easier. And that way when you take this tool, this zip knife, zip gut hook, and just zip it all the way down, the insides actually fall forward and come out of the body anyway due to the gravity. It makes it a lot easier with this tool right here than just sitting there, barely nicking it with your knife all the way up. And, just about every knife manufacturer makes one. This is probably the least expensive model made by Allen. As you can see here, I got a screw missing. What happened was during the use, one of the screws fell out, and I don't know if it stripped the threads or what, but I couldn't find the screw, and the actual hook itself started to bend a little bit. So, I'm not saying this is a bad brand by any means, but I had to do what I had to do, and I took the screws out, cleaned the blade and everything once I got done using it, and then I put everything back together, except before I put it all back together, I put super glue all the way in the inside here where the plastic touches. The seams there, I made sure it was all super glued. That way it wouldn't come undone for me again. Plus, since I'm missing a screw, that super glue gave me an extra strength. And I actually glued down the seam here where it comes apart because I don't plan on ever changing a blade. And if it comes to that point, these are so cheap you can just go out and buy one for a couple bucks. That's what's nice about it. These don't cost that much money. Tell you the truth about this one, Walmart had it on clearance, and somehow I ended up walking out the store with it for free because the register didn't ring it up. I went to the self-checkout, and I'm not saying I advise stealing or anything, but we were in the self-checkout line with a bunch of groceries, and I scanned it, and it come up as 000 on the register, so I don't understand how that happened, but hey, I'm not complaining. But anyway, like I was saying back on the topic here, I just want to let you guys know, this right here is one of those things. If you've never used a gut hook or anything along that nature for hunting or wild game, I was never a big gut hook guy because I was always afraid of puncturing those, the insides. And this right here eliminates that. You could sit there and, just one swipe, basically, all it is just one swipe all the way down. And this hook part, actually, when you swipe it, it faces outward towards the skin. So you're never, ever going to get puncturing the insides unless you go inward. And that's not the way you use this. And I tell you, man, it was just one swipe, and I had that whole deer that I got from the rectal area all the way down to the chest bone, split of a second. I mean, it just cut right through the lining of the skin, the fur, everything. And it makes skinning an ease. I mean, you wouldn't ever think you'd be using a gut hook to skin with, but on the instructions that I got with this thing, you can actually look up ways to skin deer with a gut hook, or this style, a gut hook. And what happens is, when you skin it all the way down, make that initial straight cut from the rectal area all the way down the breastplate, you keep, when you ring around the leg, the back, hind quarters, you could take this and follow that ring that you made with your knife and just go zip it straight down to your initial straight cut, and you just basically, cut the deer's hide or skin, following each arm or leg, and it makes skinning so much easier, because then you can sit there, and if you have membrane or whatever keeping the skin on the deer, all you do is just rake this thing up and down like that. You don't ever cut the hide. It don't nick the hide or anything. When you rake it like that down in the skin, if the skin's having trouble coming off, it just clears that membrane like it's no tomorrow, and it makes, like I said, makes skinning a really easy job. I think I had that deer skin in a couple minutes. It was so easy with this thing. It makes it a world of difference compared to a regular standard knife. So I just wanted to share my experience with this. My first time ever using it, and it was super quick, which it should be, it being a razor blade itself. But, I've never used one, and, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. If you use them, that's cool. If you've never used one, I advise going buying one. If you want to buy an Allen, that's up to you. Gerber makes a real nice one. I just wish they made these out of a metal. It seems like everyone I looked up, they're all plastic or polymer. It'd be nice to have a metal one, but hey, for a freebie, I'm not complaining. It got the job done for me. So luckily, like I said, it fell apart. It fell apart at the end when I was almost done skinning. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to let you know my experience, and hope you enjoy this if you ever go buy one. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.